Oh man, is it true? Did Star Wars just cancel the upcoming, or I should say projected Rey film? Thank you guys for clicking on this video. My name is Bernard Fields and we are back with another rant, man. And I'm doing it this time again to a Tyrone Magnus video. Seems like you guys really like that a lot. I decided to try a reaction of a reaction to somebody else reacting to some film news, and you guys, I guess you guys kind of dug it. So I'm back at it again. This is fresh. I have no idea what is to be said, but I believe we have the Critical Drinker, who is being reacted to by Tyrone Magnus. Go ahead and check his channel out. Pretty dope channel, really balanced guy. And then this is all being reacted by me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and find out this news together, shall we?
What is happening, Magnus?
Oh yeah.
Is it finally complete? I guess we'll find out, huh?
Oh dear, it really has been a tough few weeks for Disney Star Wars fans, hasn't it? Not only did the sudden cancellation of The Acolyte send literally dozens of people into a tizzy on social media, don't worry though guys, I'm sure that petition...
Now, I will say that, for one, I did not watch The Acolyte, but based off of the trailer, when I did the trailer reaction somewhere back in the archives, I thought that it was going to be good. I was like, this looks interesting. You know, but there's another channel that I watch out there on YouTube, and Screen Crush, if I'm not mistaken. We have Ryan Airy and his colleagues. MT is on there, a couple other people that are on there, but I believe that they actually give a true balanced reaction and review of any type of work that's put out there, whether it's The Acolyte or some other franchise where people are just crying over. They're like, I can't believe they're doing this to my IP. But no, go ahead over there, go watch them, because they really do an in-depth discussion and breakdown of trailer reactions and also the series that they watch. And they're balanced. They're I would have to go and do like a actual chart, a little chart that kind of shows you the spectrum of people who would be considered to be grifters and then those who would be considered shills. Tyrone is kind of like right in the middle with me. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue to keep watching.
For season 2 will totally make up for their horrendous reviews and create a reviewing figures, but it was also followed by the disastrously bad reception of Star Wars Outlaws, an ambitious open world game where you navigate the violent criminal underworld with this handsome chap, which sounded quite a concept but turned out to be a buggy, boring, poorly written mess that failed to make good on its promise to let you choose your own destiny and basically soft-locked you into being a virtuous, morally upstanding good guy no matter what he said or did. Morale was already low amongst the Disney Star Wars fan base, but at least they still had one shining light on the horizon to guide their way.
A ray of
beacon
light.
of hope in an encroaching sea of darkness and despair. The glorious return of Rey Palpatine.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
The movie was first announced at Star Wars Celebration way back in April of last year, where Daisy Ridley strode out onto the stage to, not exactly thunderous applause.
All right, and I will also add on there, I did not watch any of those Star Wars, the Rey and Finn. I can't say I didn't watch any of it, but I did not complete any of those episodes of the franchise. I don't know, man. Like, I felt like Star Wars kind of went in a direction for me early on where I just wasn't really interested. Not my cup of tea. Not to say that I hated it. You know, I would kind of like find out about things vicariously through other people about Star Wars, but it just didn't hit for me. So
Not only was she returning to the role that both launched and killed her acting career without even seeing a script because one didn't even exist yet, but the film was going to be directed by
Dag.
Charmin Obaid-Chinoy,
Chinoy.
a feminist activist documentary filmmaker who for some reason was now put in charge of a $200 million Star Wars movie.
wow.
Really? Okay, sure. It's best described as
Oh man, that is wow. Wow. You know, for me, it's like this. Some of the decisions that that these studios make you scratch your head. There's some real head scratchers that are out there, but I also understand that they have the right to hope and they have the right to dream. But what they do from time to time is not read the room too well. You know, like for example, when he was saying Critical Drinker was saying that, the actor walked out to a not so thunderous applause. That's called reading the room. It's like, maybe this is a bad idea. And perhaps maybe that's what we're getting ready to find out, that they did cancel because they read the room. And maybe perhaps the fan base out there wasn't looking for a Rey sequel, I guess, to another sequel. I'm not sure. Again, I'm out of the loop, but let's keep watching.
Bruh, you're going to have to... Oh, that clip is perfect for a whole lot of stuff. That's a new one right there. Keep using that one.
mixed, for reasons that I'll get into later in the video, but whether they loved or hated the idea, it was a project that a lot of people were at least curious about. After all, it's been half a decade now since the last Star Wars movie came out. And that
wow. It's been a decade? Man, these years going by fast. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
Exactly a winner by anyone's standards. How exactly were Lucasfilm going to turn things around? Well,
it was a big old piece of trash.
Piece of trash.
Here we are a year and a half later, and we're still no closer to knowing anything about
man,
this.
hold on. So I have to say something about that. There's been moments where Tyrone would say, this was a big heaping pile of trash. And I get it. I kind of surprised myself with that impression first time ever doing it. But I get it. I understand. But then it's like he gets to the end and he was like, but it was okay. Not that it was okay. He would rate it. He'd be like, I give this a 2.5. And I'm like, a 2.5 is not trash. And again, real quickly, for those who don't understand the rating system, this is how it works. Right down the middle is okay. It's neither good and it's not bad. You take a step from that 3 points. From there, you go 2, which is bad, or you could go to a 4, which is good. So a 4 is good. Then you go to a 5. A 5 I call the treasure, and you'll find out reasons why. I call it the treasure because then a direct opposite of that, which is the 1, that's trash. That is complete utter trash. But here is the gem in all of it. One man's trash is another man's treasure. One man's treasure is another man's trash. So there you have it. It may not be for me, but it could be for you. But my own personal opinion is that, and I give my rating. Okay, let's keep going.
Weird phantom project. No script has been finalized, no filming schedule announced, no additional actors
script
attached. There's not even an official title for the thing yet. Jesus Christ.
Criminal.
Hey, so I just noticed he said schedule, and we over here say schedule. So I got a question. I'm assuming I know the answer, right? So over there in the UK, I know there's different accents, and some of you guys say bruv a lot, which I assume is short for brother. So it's like you're saying bruv, okay? Now,
bruv.
I know that a lot of you, when you talk, you be like, I think, you say think when you know it's THINK.
Right.
So you guys are taught properly in school how to spell think.
Right.
And when you pronounce it, when you're taught as a child,
right,
do you actually say think? Or do you still say think? You get what I'm saying?
I
There's
do.
a lot of these TH words that you
I
just
do.
put an F on.
Especially like these black actors that be from the UK, like Aaron Pierre. He's the latest guy who I'm like, that guy. He's a great actor, but to find out that he has this English accent, and I'm like, what? It blows my mind. It blows my mind because they have to turn that on and off. So it's like, is he conscious? Or is he conscious that he talks that way, or does he look at us and say, like, the way y'all say bro, we say bruv. Like that's not, like, you guys are doing it wrong. We're doing it right, or we're doing it cool. I don't know. Don't get me to line.
Okay. So for example, over here, if you ignorant, you say bathroom. But it's really bathroom. I will say stuff like bathroom only when I'm trying to interject comedy. If I'm somewhere in a store or a restaurant and I see, excuse me, where's the bathroom? I won't say bathroom. Okay.
But hold on. Here's the other crazy though. Why do we say bathroom when there's no bath in that room at all? Why do we say restroom when there's no place for you to rest unless you're going to rest your loins on the toilet and relieve yourself? But over in England, they call it the loo, the Waterloo, or they call it the water closet, or they say, where is the WC, right? Nobody to my, like what's the proper, leave a comment down below. Let me know, what should we be calling that? It's not the bathroom. Unless you're at home and there's an actual tub in there. It's not the water closet over here. And it's not the restroom. Should it be called, where's the toilet room at? I don't know.
But I know that you guys will still stay bruv. I think it's over there. So what I'm trying. So tell me.
I get it.
Is
man.
it what I assume is correct? Now let me ask you this.
Get it.
Is it an accent or are you just ignorant? Or is it a combination? Because with black folk, it's like a combination. It's kind of like an accent.
Oh,
and
man.
ignorant, being ignorant, it's just like, it's not bathroom.
Man.
It's bathroom. We all know that it's bathroom.
But there's
You know
no
what I
bath
mean?
in there.
I kick you in your teeth. It's not TEEF.
Queen
It's
Latifah.
teeth. And everyone knows it is. They just choose. Because I've been in school. We were taught how to say teeth and how to spell it correctly.
Yes.
So you shouldn't be saying teeth. You shouldn't be saying fink. You shouldn't be saying bathroom. So
Speak
I
proper
need to
English,
explain.
mate.
I know it's a long rant, but it's like, as I'm thinking about it, it's different ways to say stuff.
Yep.
And sometimes it's cultural mispronunciations on purpose. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's an accent. Even like, for example, I worked with a guy that was from Massachusetts. And so he's like, yeah, so I went to a potty with a girl. And I was like, I really did. Wow. I was like, a potty? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. A party. And I was like, oh, I thought you were saying potty. I was like, hey, what kind of freaky stuff are you into? I don't get it.
Oh, man,
so
that's hilarious.
He knows it's party, but he's from Massachusetts, and his accent makes him say potty.
That's crazy.
Over here, we say water.
Water? Did he just say water?
We don't say water. We say water.
Why would you say water? Like, can I get some water, please? Oh, man. These regional accents, like the American accent, it's like it's so regional. I mean, even within a city, you could break it down to neighborhoods. There are certain slang terms and accents that you just don't hear unless you're from a particular type of area. And it is so very, very, very true. Across the board, across the map, you can listen to somebody talking. You can be like, you're from the east side of town, aren't you? Yep, I can tell because of the way you said certain things, or you interject certain words. Like people on the east, they say, oh, that's so wicked. We don't say that over here in the Midwest. But while I was living out there, I don't think I ever picked that up. But I grew accustomed to hearing it.
But that's the Jersey accent, even though I know it's water.
George R.R.
Sorry.
Martin works quicker than this. Inevitably, the rumours began to swirl that the project was in trouble, and in recent weeks they seem to be ramping up pretty quickly. Some people have claimed that filming has been pushed back to the end of 2025 or even 2026, and others have suggested that the movie might have been quietly cancelled without an official announcement. But how plausible is this really? I mean, would they actually have the balls to shit-can the return of their biggest
flop
star? Would they ever live with the embarrassment of it? Is it possible that the Rain movie will never see the light of day? Well, going purely by Lucasfilm's past performance, I'd say yes, it's entirely possible. Because let's be honest here, they don't exactly have a great track record when it comes to finishing projects like this. Rogue Squadron, Rangers of the New Republic, the Boba Fett movie, Benioff and Weiss's trilogy, Ryan Johnson's trilogy, Guillermo del Toro's Jabba the Hutt movie, Damon Lindelof's movie, Kevin Feige's movie.
Wow.
He said Kevin Feige's movie. Oh man, listen, let me tell you something, man, about filmmaking. I don't know, maybe they are reading the room, and perhaps they made these promises. But they say it was an old term. You count your chickens before they hatch. You shouldn't do that, and I completely agree. You should not count your chickens before they hatch. You look at the eggs and you say, "Listen, I'm hoping that, you know, I get an X number amount, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to make a big world announcement that I have, hey, I got 18 chickens. No, you have 18 eggs. It's like you have 18 ideas, but don't sit there and say, you know, we're going to put these out like we got 18 movies. It's like, no, you don't, you know, because then you find yourself in a situation where you have to quietly backpedal.
Oh, he's really bringing up some stuff I totally forgot about.
All of them have come and gone over the years. All of them were announced to great fanfare and then quietly shut down when it was obvious they were going nowhere. At this point, I think it would be easier for me to name the Hollywood creatives who haven't been attached to some kind of Star Wars projects. Usually because they happen to be flavour of the month, and it was a quick and easy way to get positive headlines for the studio. Case in point, Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie that was announced way back in 2020 when he was arguably at the height of his success. Since then, Waititi's career has bombed harder than the Enola Gay, and the only update...
Wow, Time Bandits got canceled. Okay, so I was supposed to actually watch that. I watched the original when I was a child, and what I wanted to do was go and watch the original film with my family, and then go and watch the remake. So I still may just go ahead and do that because it's still available. And hopefully they put a nice little bow at the end of that series. I think it's a series, if I'm not mistaken.
But TD got some super moose in that. That joint ain't moving.
Star Wars movie that was announced
super gel.
2020 when he was arguably Since then, Waititi's career has bombed harder than the Enola Gay, and the only update we've had on the project is that it's been indefinitely shelved.
Dang.
Or how about Patty Jenkins, fresh off the success of 2017's Wonder Woman, who was promptly hired to direct Rogue Squadron. It really seemed like a match made in heaven until Wonder Woman 1984 came out and basically destroyed her career overnight.
It did. Listen, let me tell you, I went to the movies to see that. I was so upset. It was so bad. The first half of the movie was great. But then it just went to crazy town and it never recovered. Never recovered. There were things that were happening in that film where I was just like, who wrote this? Who okayed? I don't understand. How can you mess up a movie?
I heard they made her make those changes though to Wonder Woman 1984. Like she did fine with Wonder Woman, and I liked Wonder Woman, so
I did too.
Oh wait, I'm a misogynist piece of trash. Yeah, I love so many female characters, but anytime I don't like one, all of a sudden you're a misogynist.
Oh my gosh.
A reputation for announcing big ambitious projects with one-hit wonder directors that never actually get made, there's less and less reason to believe anything that they have to say. And the news blackout surrounding the Rain movie only reinforces the suspicion that this project's going absolutely nowhere. By this point, a year and a half down the line,
hopefully it never
really be starting
goes anywhere.
To build some kind of hype for this movie, giving out little scraps of information about the production, announcing the names of the big stars that have signed on, and
And I will also add on there, though I haven't seen those Star Wars films, I'm all about story. You know, there are diehard fans of these franchises that, you know, they claim they know all about the lore. They know about these characters and stuff like that. Apparently, a lot of them don't because, anyway, receipts. I'll just leave it at that. Too many times I've seen people be disproven. But anyways, I just want a good story. You know, just make it look good and let me be entertained and let it make sense. That's it. That's it. Even if you introduce new characters, I don't need to see Yoda. Don't need to see 3CPO, R2D2, Han. Don't need to see Luke Skywalker. This can be brand new, totally like the Acolyte. You know, like as long as it makes sense and is good, I'm great.
Exciting story developments, all stuff that's designed to whet people's appetites, build up their anticipation, and generally keep the project in the public consciousness. So far, we've had absolutely nothing, not just from the studio themselves, but the industry insiders as well. There's been no script leaks, no rumours of sets being built or filming locations being scouted out. Nothing. This kind of pre-production work usually starts at least 6 months to a year before shooting actually begins.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's been nothing at all suggests
you gotta have a script.
2020.
Why would turn into the dark side make your teeth sharp? I thought that was weird that they did that to her teeth.
Before this thing even goes into production, and that's the best case scenario.
And Anakin turned to the dark side, didn't make his teeth sharp.
It's currently a project that doesn't even exist and hasn't progressed beyond the ideas stage in almost a year and a half. And let's be real here, if you still don't have any good ideas after 18 months of slogging away,
your granddad didn't have sharp teeth.
Get any. But let us take our creative hats off for a second and look at this from a purely business point of view. Any major Star Wars movie like this is going to cost at least $250 million to make, if not much more. I mean, Rise of Skywalker had a confirmed budget of over $400 million.
Whoa.
Which
just $400 million? $400 million? That is crazy. That's bananas. And to make that back, expecting to make that back in the theaters, let alone, of course, I know there's different IP toys out there and other agreements that they can make, but over time, just from where are they getting this money from? So when
is fucking absurd, to be honest, but it doesn't surprise.
Yeah. Wow.
Surprise me one bit with Lucasfilm. That being the case, any movie that they put out is going to have to make back at least $1 billion just to break even, never mind turn a profit.
And hold on, wait. And is that including the budget for marketing? Because they say marketing is double that. It says you can double whatever your budget is, double that, and that's the total amount. Because you're going to have to spend, if that was $500 million just for the film itself, they had to spend another $500 million for budget. I mean, for marketing. I don't understand that. I really, 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 really need somebody to break that down for me, because it sounds like highway robbery. It sounds like somebody is pocketing the money. In my personal opinion, do you need to have money to spend for marketing? Yes. You know, you got organic marketing that happens and you have boosted marketing. I think that money goes towards the boosting of that market. Unless, again, the marketing dollars consist of sending people out there on press junkets and stuff like that. Maybe that's what that is. But I can't think that $500 million is going towards just for commercials to pop up, for these trailers to pop up. There's got to be more to it than just that. Like, help me make it make sense.
And be honest with yourself for a second, considering how unpopular and divisive Rey was as a character, considering the devastating box office decline of her 3 movies, do you really think another film about this character is going to magically turn it all around?
No.
All it's really going to do is waste hundreds of millions of dollars that Lucasfilm can ill afford to lose. That could have.
You know, if I don't give a F about it, a huge part of the fandom don't give a F about it. Because the majority of us did not like this garbage.
So my question is then, of course, who are they making this for? But reading the room and trying to understand, it's like, if you feel that your fan base is not on board with it at this magnitude, then just don't do it. And I think that that's what they've done with these other ones that have quietly went over the cliff, never to be seen or heard from again. But it's a lot.
So they'd be digging their own damn financial grave for making
They
another
do.
trilogy of this. Because want to be in the news more for losing more money, Disney? Make sure you make this trilogy.
Yep.
Have been spent on far more worthy projects and further damage a brand that's practically been mauled to death over the past few years.
Now, I would say this. Listen, if the story is good, look, I know Disney's not watching this, but let me just speak to Disney for a hot second. If you guys would just take your time with the story, make it make sense, check in with your fan base, you'll be A-okay. Like, you won't lose any money. And also, too, I would add, why is it so super inflated? I understand that, yes, some actors require, like, hey, I need to make $20 million, in order to be part of this film, this franchise. But if that $20 million is going to put your film at risk of not being able to recoup, then don't do it. Go find yourself another actor to replace them with, or just, again, come up with a whole brand new story, in which they probably tried that with The Acolyte, and it just fell flat on its face.
No matter what perspective I look at this from, whether it's creatively or financially, I just can't think of any good reason to move forward with this movie. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And if I had to take a guess here, I think Disney know this, even if Lucasfilm don't. I think they were pretty shocked by the reaction to The Acolyte, which probably...
How can they be shocked? Everything's been failing. Everything woke has been turning to ish. Like 99% of it. And you thought it was going to work? I heard that Ubisoft was shocked at the people's reaction to Yasuke. How out of touch do you have to be shocked by that?
A lot.
Shares a lot of creative and political sensibilities with the Rey movie, considering the choice of director, and I think they've decided to quietly wind down the project before it goes too much further. Will we get a big dramatic cancellation announcement?
And again, it doesn't look bad.
Aborted project to join the long list of failed Star
The shots
Wars
don't look
ideas
bad,
that
man.
quietly fade
Whicheverly.
away into
Quietly
obscurity?
abort.
I don't know, but something tells me we won't be seeing Rey in a galaxy far, far away anytime soon.
It's got to be the story.
Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Damn right, man. Oh, boy. Oh, well, here's to hoping that we do not see the Rey trilogy. And go over and subscribe to the Critical Drinker. Tell them Tyrone Magnus sent you. If you enjoyed my reaction and thoughts, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 2 million subscribers. Whoa.
All right. So that was my reaction to Tyrone Magnus's reaction to the news of the Critical Drinker talking about the Rey movie possibly being canceled. I don't know, folks. I want to hear from you all. Just leave a comment down below if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, go head over to Tyrone Magnus. Go ahead, subscribe to him, follow him. Great channel, great reactions. And like I said before, if you haven't already, hit the notification bell here. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember to always put forth your best. And like I always say on this channel, peace in, guys, and confusion out.